Joyful Adventure Audits, come join the ride. Joyful Adventure.
Right then, welcome back to Joyful Adventure Audits. I'm here on Constitution Hill in Birmingham, and if you're new to the channel, well, you've stumbled into something special. We've got hundreds of videos documenting the lost, abandoned, and repurposed pubs of Birmingham. It's become a bit of an obsession, if I'm honest. And today's story is a proper gem. Now, I'm standing outside what was once the White Horse Cellars, and let me tell you, this place has had more lives than a cat. Originally built around 1885 to 1890, this was the work of J.A. Chatwin, and that's no small thing. Chatwin didn't design many pubs, so this was special from the get-go. Just look at this building. Even now, you can see why it's Grade 2 listed. That red Birmingham brick, the ornate detailing, the way it curves around the corner onto Northwood Street, it's got character, hasn't it? Those segmental arched windows on the first floor, the terracotta panels with festoons, this wasn't just any old boozer. This was built to impress. The White Horse Cellars served the community here for over a century. It was a Mitchell's and Butlers house M&B, as locals would say, and you can imagine the generations of Birmingham folk who pushed through these doors after a hard day's graft. Constitution Hill was bustling then, full of life, full of workers heading home. But like so many of our lost pubs, the White Horse had its final orders called in 1999. 26 years ago now. The writing was on the wall for so many of these community locals as drinking habits changed and property values soared. After it closed as a pub, the building sat empty for a while. You know how it is with these old places. But then it got a second lease of life as an off-license. First it was just called Wine Lord, nothing fancy, but it kept the building alive, kept people coming through the doors. Now here's where it gets interesting, and a bit sad, actually. Wine Lord carried on trading right up until New Year's Eve 2024. They even had a closing down sale. Everything must go. Champagne from £12.50, can you imagine? The last hurrah of this historic building's commercial life, with bargain champagne and cut-price miniatures. And now? Well, now it's properly empty again. The off-license has gone, and the building's up for sale. They're asking £25,000 a year for the ground floor, 474 square feet of retail space in what they're calling a high-profile site at the intersection of main roads. Estate agents speak for it's on a busy corner. You know what strikes me most about places like this? It's not just that we've lost another pub, though that's part of it. It's that we've lost another piece of Birmingham's social fabric. The White Horse Cellars wasn't just a place to get a pint, it would have been where deals were done, where friendships were made, where the community gathered. Look up there, you can still see where the first floor function room was. Imagine the wedding receptions, the birthday parties, the wake meals that happened in there. All those moments of joy and sorrow, celebration and commiseration, all within these brick walls. The building's still here, still structurally sound, still beautiful in its Victorian way. But will it ever be a pub again? In today's market, probably not. More likely it'll become flats, or maybe another shop. Progress, they call it. But that's why we do this, isn't it? To remember. To document. To make sure these stories don't disappear completely. The White Horse Cellars might not be pulling pints anymore, but its story lives on. If you've enjoyed this walk through Birmingham's pub history, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We've got hundreds more lost pubs to explore, and trust me, each one has a story worth telling. Until next time, keep exploring, keep remembering, and keep supporting your local if you're lucky enough to still have one. Thanks for watching Joyful Adventure Audits, and I'll see you on the next one.
Dusty doors creak with a hollow groan. Echoes whisper where the laughter's flown. Victorian tiles crack beneath my feet. Ghost of pints poured in a bittersweet beat. White Horse Cellars, a tale untold. Birmingham's heart now growing cold. Once a haven, now shadows fall. December's chill writes the final scrawl. Constitution Hill holds the fading light, windows boarded, sealing off the night. Wine Lord's throne left an empty reign, history's weighed in every wood grain. White Horse Cellars, a tale untold, Birmingham's heart now growing cold. Once a haven, now shadows fall, December's chill writes the final scrawl. The spirits linger in the smoky air, a cracked mirror holds a bartender's stare. Community lost, the bond erased, a bond decay of memory misplaced. Underneath the rafters whispers keep, stories buried where the shadows seep. Brick by brick the soul unwinds, the white horse fades but never dies. White Horse stood on Constitution Hill, as red bricks whisper stories, silent and still. Victorian heart with a soul so deep, now it slumbers where shadows creep. The wine lord's laughter, the glass is raised, echoes linger from those golden days. New Year's Eve, the final cheer, the doors close tight on another year. Oh, white horse, your spirit remains through the cracks in the walls and the falling rain. Abandon but proud, you wear your age, a heritage tale on a crumbling stage. Memories etched in every stone, footsteps faded now, you stand alone. A pub no more, just a fleeting dream, lost in the past, like a forgotten stream. Constitution Hill, your veins still flow with
with tales of the people who'd come and go. The White Horse watches, its gaze forlorn, through shattered windows and a history worn. The clock strikes midnight, the silence grows, dust settles where the laughter froze. A monument to the lives it knew. The White Horse stands beneath skies of blue.